Say goodbye to the frustrations of repetitive codes and the struggles of maintaining code-based consistency. Welcome to Metalama, the powerful meta-programming framework specifically designed to help you write clean and concise C# code. I am Gael Fraiteur, the lead developer of Metalama, and in this video, I will guide you through the 3 pillars that make Metalama an indispensable tool for any .NET project. 1. Eliminate boilerplate code. 2. Enforce architectural guidelines. And 3. Deploy custom code fixes. Dealing with repetitive code can be frustrating. It often seems like it could be generated by an algorithm. However, the pattern cannot be abstracted just using standard C#. Metalama's first pillar provides an effective solution to that problem: aspects. Aspects are special meta C# classes that operate within the compiler and the IDE. They can modify or add behaviors to existing code. Meta target gives you access to the details of the context to which your aspect will be applied, and meta proceed is replaced by the original method implementation. You can then add the aspect to any method in the same way that you would add any other attribute. When you run the program, you can see that logging has been applied. You can compare your source code with the executed code with just 2 clicks. Metalama templates are pure C# and they are incredibly flexible. For instance, you can build an interpolated string that includes parameter values. But adding an attribute to every single logged method can be tedious. Enter fabrics, compile-time classes that add aspects to multiple methods with a single line of link-style code. Metalama integrates with code lengths. It shows you precisely which aspects have been applied to your source code, even when there is no aspect attribute. Metalama allows you to implement many other patterns, such as caching, exception handling, notify property changed, and many more. But there is more you can do to improve your productivity. In large projects, it can be challenging to ensure everyone follows patterns and conventions. While standard tools help with code formatting and industry-wide best practices, it can be tricky to enforce architectural guidelines that are specific to your project. Here comes Metalama's architecture validation. With Metalama, implement your own rules and discover the power of architecture as code. You can use fabrics to validate entire namespaces or class hierarchies, or use custom attributes to target individual classes or members. Architectural rules are verified in real time within the IDE, so you get immediate feedback and don't need to wait for code reviews. And of course, rules are also enforced during the build and can be a part of your PR requirements, so you can merge confidently. Metalama provides several open source architecture rules out of the box, and you can build your own with a familiar reflection-like API. Thanks to coded architecture verification, you can keep your code base aligned with implementation guidelines and reduce unwanted complexity. After exploring aspects and real-time code verification, let's delve into Metalama's third pillar: bespoke code fixes and live templates. We all love code fixes. They spare us from tedious typing and help us staying in the zone, eliminating constant documentation lookups. With Metalama, you can build code fixes and refactorings that are specific to your project. You can turn any aspect into a live template. This gives you incredible power to craft complex refactorings with ease. The days of dealing with cumbersome boilerplate code are over. By harnessing the power of aspects and fabrics, you can avoid thousands of redundant lines of code, reduce architecture erosion, and provide coding assistance to your team. Try out the free edition now. Metalama works with Visual Studio, Rider, Visual Studio Code, and Visual Studio for Mac. Simply add the NuGet package to your project and start hacking. Or clone or sample the repo from GitHub. You can even try it in your browser with our online sandbox. Don't settle for a bloated code base and an inconsistent architecture. Embrace Metalama and elevate your coding game.